And I probably need to go ahead and get on our YouTube channel just to make sure that nobody's. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody that might be watching on YouTube.
Okay.
My internet is just a little bit slow today, so I do apologize.
Oh, that's fine.
It's taking a little bit longer. I'm guessing that that one person that's watching is probably me. But it looks like if you wanted to go ahead and get started, we're good to go.
Okay, I'll just introduce myself. I'm Cassandra Woods. I'm the Director of Advising and Career Services at Pulaski Technical College in North Little Rock. We also have a location in the Little Rock area. Today, I guess I'm going to talk a little bit about the career services side of things. First, I want to thank you for having me. I am very familiar with Immerse. I've actually worked with Immerse when I worked with Trio. So I'm familiar with it, and I'm so glad to be here today and to be able to assist if I can. As far as our career services department, we do provide a lot of different services. Some of the services include every semester for our students or anyone who would like to participate. We have workshops. Those workshops could be anything that on resume writing, the do's and don'ts of interviews, just an array of different workshops to help those students who may be graduating or just maybe looking for a job in general. We have a job board that I'd like to share with you. Anyone can review our job board, and just give me a second and I'm gonna pull that up. Let's see. Can you see my screen? Okay. First, let me go through some things on our website. This is our career services website. It has information on resume tips. If you click on each one, it'll give you that information. The interview tips, it has some good information for you. So anyone who would like to view these things is welcome to come to our website. There's some soft skills information there as well. But I do want to show you all the website, our web page with our job board. That's a lot of great information. We have a lot of different businesses that advertise on our job board. Currently, let me just pull this up. You see, we have Tyson Foods. We have an array of different businesses that advertise on our website. So whatever you're looking for, we also have some part-time jobs listed. If you're just needing a job while you're in school, then those are things that you can look into. We have internship opportunities as well. There's one there from the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment. But mostly it's everything falls under the career opportunities. You can go here and let's see, let me just click on one. Arkansas Electric advertises with us quite often. And I just wanted to pull their job description up. This one here, they actually have jobs that you don't have to necessarily have to have a degree. And so this particular position is for high school or GED. And so it gives you the job description and tells you within that, it tells you how many years of related experience you need. And that particular job, they wanted us to keep it posted to July 1st. So anyone who's looking for a position, you can just review those different job opportunities on that page and see if there's something there for you. It's something for everyone. We have Pulaski County, they advertise with us. This is a particular position for a building maintenance mechanic. You only need a high school diploma for that. And like I said, there's positions where you do need a degree, whether it's associate. There's some businesses that advertise that require a bachelor's degree, but this page is open to our graduates, to our new students, or anyone. Even if you're not attending our school, you can review this page and apply for positions that we have listed. Does anyone have any questions about what we do and the services we provide? We do have two career services. Advisors that work with students. So if you needed that one-on-one help with resumes, or just needed some interview tips, or you wanted to practice for your interview, if you had an interview and you know it's coming up, we could sit down with you and practice with you. So whatever we need to do to make sure that you are successful, that you're able to go in there and shine in your job interview, we try to do. Any questions?
Bree, did you have any questions for Ms. Woods?
I don't know if she heard you.
What you say?
Did you have any questions for Ms. Woods about this?
No.
And if you're interested in school, you know, I can talk to you about that too. You can apply now. We already are getting students enrolled for the summer and for the fall. Like I said, I'm the Director of Academic Advising and the Career Services Department. So once you're admitted to the school, you would be routed to my department for advising with one of the academic advisors. All freshmen, all first-time students have to meet with an academic advisor. And if you're not sure what you want to do, we'll talk to you about, the different programs that we have, and just an array of areas that you can go into. If you're planning to transfer, you want to get your 4-year degree, we have transferable degrees. If you want to get a position, get in a position where you can go to school and get out within the next couple of years and have a skill and can go into the workforce, we have those types of jobs, those types of programs, such as welding. We have a beauty school, the cosmetology. We have, like I said, the transferable degrees, Associate of Science, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science in Business. We have an Associate of Applied Science in Business, where that's a degree that you'll learn skills that you can get out, graduate, and go directly to the workforce. We have allied health programs. Some of those are the EMS or EMT program. If you're interested in that, you can get that EMT license the first semester. It's a six credit class that lasts a semester. And so you can get that. And if you decide to go on and get your 2-year degree, Associate of Applied Science, you can do that as well. We have the respiratory therapy program. We also have our nursing program, that's the LPN program. So we have like I said, we have an array of programs for everyone. Some take maybe at the most 2 years. Others, if you do decide to do the transferable degree, which is just a general education courses, and you take your 2 years if you go full time. Now, if you're going part-time, it may take a little bit longer. I will say that a lot of our students are non-traditional, which means they may not have just graduated from high school. They didn't take the typical graduating from high school, going directly to college route. So there's a lot of older students. I think our average age of our students is 26, 27. And we are getting some students that are coming directly out of high school, but most of our students are either the non-traditional or maybe their first time coming to our school, but they've been somewhere previously and they're coming back to school. So, you'll fit in no matter what, but we work with 4-year institutions if you decide that you want to transfer. So we work with them to make sure that process is easy as well.
What, I'm just curious. So, and I'm asking more so for some of our youth that may potentially be watching, if they decided that they wanted to pursue this, but they know that they're going to have a challenge, are there any supports that they can submerge themselves in to make sure that they finish out?
Oh, yes, definitely. We provide lots of support. First, depending on if you have any type of disability, documented disability, we do have disability services office. So that is some support for those that have a documented disability. If you are just struggling, you think you may not be good in a certain area, let's say math, and you're struggling, we do have tutoring. All of our services are free. We do have a couple of TRIO programs on the campus that you can apply to be a part of, student support services, and they assign a counselor to you to help make sure that you stay on track to graduate. We also have an early alert system. Say, for instance, you are taking a class. Your instructor may notice that you're not coming to class or you're not doing well on the test, and they try to reach out, but there's no response. So they'll submit an early alert, which comes to the retention team, which is my office. An academic advisor will reach out to see what we can do to assist, because some students may be having some personal issues at home and they're just not able to get to class. Some may be sick. So we want to know what's going on and what we can do to help. We've had students that needed food. I mean, we have a food bank where we have a closet where we have food that if you're in need, then we'll help you. If we don't have it, we'll try to find out what we can do to assist. So we try to do what we can, because we know that students and just everyone now with the pandemic and everything else going on, they need more help. So we try to provide other resources that are available.
Thank you. That kind of, I think that should help some of our youth. As I had stated, I know a few people that we work with have expressed an interest in school at some point, and it just seems like maybe there's some obstacles that would be very challenging. So I think it's helpful for them to kind of have an idea of what that could look like.
Right. And UA Pulaski Tech, we're a lot smaller, the classroom size as far as students. So you're going to get more personal attention from your instructors. And we try, we're not successful unless the student is successful. So we want to make sure not only that they get in school, but that they stay in school and that they graduate. So we try to do as much as we can along the way to help them. And we try to reach out. We want to make sure that students know that we care, because we don't want them to just be out there on their own. And I know with Immerse, those that are part of this program, they may not have that family or someone that support. So we try to be another support system that Immerse provides. So whatever we can do, we try to help. Those students are assigned an advisor that will help them if they need help with registering for classes. So they can always either reach out to that advisor or they can reach out to my office. We meet with students when they first get in school, but after that first semester, we'll assign them to an advisor in their area, whatever field they choose, whatever their degree plan is. We assign them an advisor that has an expertise in that area. But we definitely don't want them to feel like we're pushing them away. They can always come to our office and talk to the advisors there, but they will be assigned that one person that can assist them along the way.
Hey, I'm doing a class real quick. Let me call you back. My apologies. So there, I also wanted to point out, I thought it was really neat. You had mentioned on that page for the job positions that were available that a degree wasn't required.
Yeah, we have different companies that advertise with us. They have positions that don't necessarily require a degree, because students are looking for jobs while they're in school. So we post positions that don't require a degree. We post positions that may require some educational skills. And we post positions, although we are a 2-year institution, we post positions that require a bachelor's degree, because some of our students go on and get their bachelor's degree and they'll come back and look at our website. So we do post positions that require an array of educational level skills that the employer is looking for.
Yes. Is there anything that the youth may want to know in regards to like advising or not advising, financial support?
As far as the financial support, they want to make sure that they complete the FAFSA which is the federal financial aid application. If you're trying to get Pell Grant or any type of federal aid, you have to complete that. There's some scholarships like the Arkansas Challenge, which is what people know as the lottery scholarship. You have to complete the FAFSA in order to be eligible for that. So the main thing is for if you're trying to start in, let's say you want to start in the fall, which is in August, you need to complete the 21-22 FAFSA. If you're trying to go to summer school, then you want to complete the 2021 FAFSA. So there's two that are available now. It's either the 2021 or the 21-22. For summer, 20-21. For fall, it's 21-22 FAFSA. So you want to make sure those are completed and submitted. After, I think it's 3 to 5 business days of that being submitted, if you have to make sure when you submit it that you put the correct school. So if you're going to Pulaski Tech, you would list Pulaski Tech. There's a question about the schools. After 3 to 5 business days, if you've listed our school, we'll receive your student aid report and we'll be able to process your financial aid as long as you have applied, which means completed an application to our institution. So you need to complete an admissions application. You would need to do the FAFSA. Once you do that, there's some additional paperwork. More than likely, the financial aid office will email you to notify you of the status and let you know what you need to do after that point. So I always tell students, always check your email. If you haven't received anything, you can always call the office directly. Mm-hmm. And one other thing I wanted to mention, we do have the an app, a UA Pulaski Tech app that you can download, which makes it very easy for people to either go in and make an appointment, because we have appointment system where you can make an appointment. And most of our appointments now have been on the phone. Our campus is open for students to come on campus if they need to meet with an advisor or meet with financial aid. But those that would like to do a phone appointment, we are welcoming those as well.
And I just wanted to point out, if I understand correctly, the academic advising would assist in that process of filling out some of that paperwork. So it's not.
Well, you would have to, the academic advising office helps the student once they've been admitted to the school. The student would need to go to the financial aid office. What I would recommend for your students, if they are, or for the ones that are in your program, if they're interested in going to school, to get that assistance with everything, and I'm sure you all may be working with them now, the Educational Opportunity Center TRIO program, they help with the FAFSA, they'll help them with the admissions application, and they'll help just with anything they need to get in school. And it's to any school, not just our school. So I know a lot of their students do come to Pulaski Tech, but if the student decided, hey, I don't want to go to Pulaski Tech, I want to go to UA Little Rock, they'll help them complete that admissions application to UA Little Rock, the financial aid application. Each step, they'll help them with that process. And Howard Jackson is the director there. And it's down the street from you guys, so it's very convenient. They have a computer lab for them to complete, but once they have been admitted, then they can make an appointment to come to the advising office, and they'll meet with an academic advisor to get their classes.
Okay, yeah, I apologize. I think I'd forgotten that was the first part of that step.
Yeah, there's we would love to help with the financial aid application and all that good stuff. We just have so many students, and our office is limited with the number of advisors. So our office focuses on getting students enrolled in the correct classes, and also assisting them with selecting a degree plan and the career services component of it. So, but if you came to the campus, we can help get someone to help you complete that FAFSA. Our financial aid office is available to help with that process if someone does need some help.
Mhm. And then I think the very last thing that I had, so this is just something that I think that maybe if we did have any youth that would join, might be thinking about later if things do become difficult or challenging. But my understanding is there also is a process if somebody's struggling financially and they have to stop and then start school again, or if they have any issue with student loans.
Right. If a student is in school and in the middle of the semester, for some reason outside of their control, that they need to drop out, or they can't continue to go to classes, the main thing I tell students is not to just stop going to classes. First, talk to each instructor. Then, if you know for sure that you need to withdraw from school, there's a process. There's forms that you need to complete. So you can contact our office, but the forms are electronically. And once a student does get into school, they'll learn about in the portal. They can go in and complete a withdrawal form, but they can contact our office and we can help them with that process, because if they don't officially withdraw, it could impact them when they are ready to come back to school. So we want to make sure that they officially withdraw from school, and that means all of those classes will be dropped. We do want to make sure that it's not going to impact them as far as financial aid. If you withdraw too soon, let's say, for instance, you start school within the first 3 weeks, you just decide you don't want to attend, and you've gotten Pell Grant already, and maybe some student loans, there's a chance that you would have to pay that money back, or that you would owe the school. So you want to make sure you talk to financial aid to make sure that does not happen. You have to stay in school for a period of time before that Pell Grant is not sent back. So what happens is we receive the Pell Grant from the federal government. If you don't stay in school for a certain time period, then we have to turn that money back in to the federal government. If you drop out, well, we still have to charge you for that time that you stayed in school. So when you do decide to come back, you're going to have a balance. You're going to be owed a balance. And another thing that can impact you, even if you don't want to come back to our school, it's going to show up when you decide to apply somewhere else that you came to our school. So they're going to request a transcript. Even though you didn't finish that semester, they're still going to want to see a transcript. We could just send them a letter and say that you withdrew from the semester. There's no grades or anything like that. But we will not send the letter if you have a balance. So you can't get your transcript from a previous institution if you still owe them a balance. So it's very important that if at any point that a student decides to drop out of school, that they talk with an academic advisor before they either just quit completely or withdraw. So we can make sure that they have a good understanding of what's going on, make sure they don't owe the school anything. If they decide to withdraw, a month or so after, then it's not really going to impact them other than put them possibly on academic probation if they decide to come back, which means they really don't need to drop any more classes when they come back, or else they could lose their financial aid. Or after you drop too many classes below a certain percentage, you will lose your financial aid, because you have to show that you're progressing toward graduation.
Was there any additional information that other than kind of what we talked about that you had?
Let's see. For those that may not know if they want to go to school or not, or you're just not sure about it, we will meet with you. You don't have to apply for us to meet with you. We meet with students that are just thinking about it, and we can talk to you about, what your options are. So if you are not sure if you want to go to school, or if there's even a program for you, just make an appointment with us. We'll sit down, talk with you, figure it out, and just go from there. You don't have to necessarily be a full-time student. You can still be a part-time student and receive financial aid. A part-time student is basically taking 6 credit hours. During the fall and spring, you can actually take 3 credit hours if you're eligible for Pell Grant. So if you just wanted to, and 3 credit hours is equal to 1 class. So if you wanted to take 1 class in the fall, you could still possibly receive Pell Grant if you're eligible for it.
And then I think there's also Pulaski Tech has a couple of scholarships that they make available through the school, right?
Yes, we have a lot of private scholarships on our website that you can apply for. And there's times too, I've had a student that did not have enough financial aid to cover her. I think she was in her last semester. And so I reached out to our foundation, because they have scholarships, and that's money that they really have to use. So sometimes they have money left over, and I reached out to them, and they helped that student. They gave her a scholarship to finish up. So you need to ask. If you need help, let's say you don't get enough financial aid to cover everything, you don't have enough to pay for books, talk to an advisor. We'll reach out and see what we can do to assist. If you don't talk to someone, then you will never know. It doesn't hurt to ask. So we try to help as much as we can, if we can.
Well, I think that was all that I had. Bree, are you sure you don't have any questions?
No.
Thank you all for having me. Anytime, just let me know. I am available. You can reach me at my email, which is cwoods@uaptc.edu, or you can call me. My office number is 812-2305.
Thank you for joining us today and being willing to do this. I know it's definitely been on my list of classes that I've wanted to see, especially something that we could get out to everybody.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. Like I said, if you want to, what I can do in the future, if you want, we have workshops scheduled. We're going to have a job fair on the 27th. It's virtual. We're doing a lot of virtual events. And so we're going to have, it's more of an informational session where a lot of employers will come on and talk about the types of jobs that they have and what they're looking for in the skills for the person that would be applying. I can get you that information if you'd like me to. And also the link to that is going to be on Zoom. So if the students want to log in, the people in your program want to log in, they're welcome to.
I would absolutely love that, because I think one of the main things that we do look at is how to assist our young adults with employment.
Okay. What,
Anything that we get is going to be helpful.
okay, what is the email, your email?
Mine is ed@immersearkansas.org.
Okay, I'll email you that information and with the link, and you can just get it out to anyone who's interested. Like I said, it's April the 27th, and I think it's scheduled for noon at 12 o'clock that day. But we also record our event. So I can send you the recording afterwards for those that aren't able to attend the live event.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay.
Would it be an issue at all at that point if we were to post that on our YouTube channel?
No. Once I get that information out, you can definitely post it.
Okay, perfect.
All
And
right.
for everybody that's watching, I think that will be on a Tuesday, the 27th.
Right.
So
And I'll
Tuesday.
send that information to you along with the link. And so hopefully some people can join us that day.
Perfect. Well,
Okay.
thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Y'all have a great weekend.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.